Alright, so let me show you guys all the parts that we used on this 2018 Softail Street Bob build, and let me thank Julio as well for letting me showcase his bike. So first off, we have the front axle nut cover, pretty simple. Next we have the flush mount fuel cap. This makes the already really clean fuel tank even more clean and just real simple. And here's a shot of some of the cabling that we used to recable the bike. There's a clutch cable there. So you change the front brake and clutch cable line. And then moving on, we've got this is a genuine Harley-Davidson part. This is the LED daymaker. There's a lot of knockoffs out there, guys. I want to warn you, a lot of these knockoffs that just aren't nearly as good. You pay a lot less, but the quality just sucks. So here's the air cleaner that he used. Similar style to what I used for my personal bike. It's kind of a exposed K&N filter style. And he did a stage 2 on this bike, so this is the torque cam, guys. And the stage 2 torque cam with this light Street Bob. I mean, this thing, the acceleration's pretty awesome. It's a really fun bike to ride. This is the ratchet style air cleaner cover, and he did the Dark Custom 1 derby cover, and black clutch and brake levers and grip it grips. They're called Grip It Harley-Davidson grips. This is the genuine Harley-Davidson quarter fairing. It's a fairing that's actually made for a Sportster, but it's used for dynos more than anything. And to make that fit, you got to put the bunking brackets on there, and I'll get to that in a minute. So you got this Smart Tune Pro module. This is the module that just barely came out less than a year ago, that allows you to tune the bike in a larger spectrum than just the Pro Street tuner by itself. It piggybacks this Pro Street tuner as well, so you got to have both. The Pro Street tuner is kind of the base for then adding the Smart Tuner. Those are some Joker Machine front turn signals. They're real sleek and real hidden. They're really inconspicuous. So here is the profile custom mirrors in satin black, and you got the Defiance Collection shifter pegs. Here's the Dark Custom timer cover, cam timer cover. And you also have the rear axle nut covers as well. Here's Defiance Collection foot pegs. This is the Bunking one-piece lower handlebar riser. This is a 10-inch. You can get it between a 6 and a 14-inch. We feel like the 10-inch is kind of the nice happy medium. And he also did the stage 2 kit on this as well. There's quite a bit of powder coating that he did on this build, and it may not seem very obvious at first, but let me point out a couple pieces that really make some nice styling points on this bike. So the rocker box covers, and I'll show you a more close-up shot of what he did, but the rocker box covers have some black powder coating on them. You can see on the side there the derby cover and the passenger, or excuse me, the rider foot pegs. There's a shot of the shock and the internals. For those of you who don't know, the new 2018 Softails have a brand new frame with a monoshock underneath the seat. And so all the push rod tubes were all powder coated black there. And the base of the push rod tubes are also powder coated black to make the engine look quite a bit better than in its stock form. Alright, so let me do kind of a walk around and point out some of the parts that we did and customization that was done to this motorcycle. So again, this is a 2018 Softail Street Bob. A lot of guys have been worried that with the announcement that there would be no more Dyna, that this type of club style bike would be eliminated, and that was quickly proven to be wrong. Here's a shot of the fairing again. Once again, this is a genuine Harley-Davidson quarter fairing here. This is one of the nicer fairings you can buy, in my opinion. And this is a stock headlamp. That's the LED Daymaker reflector headlamp that comes stock on the Street Bob. And you can see the side of the engine there, some of the powder coating that he did, like the lower rocker box cover area, black powder coated. The push rod tubes and the base of those tubes, black powder coated. The tubes are gloss black, and then the base are more of a wrinkle textured black to match case and the cam chest. So good selective powder coating there. And the air cleaner cover you can see as well, the ratchet style. That's a Harley part there. He did a Two Brothers racing exhaust on here. It's a 2-in-1 pipe. It sounds really good. I'll be doing more of a demo on the sound in a minute. You can see there the flush mounted gas cap looks really good on this real clean tank, real simple tank. 10-inch Bunking one-piece riser there. And he powder coated the LCD gauge there, the housing for the gauge, to a gloss black to match the handlebars. We did another Street Bob build where you can kind of see that the gauge is just like a wrinkled textured black, which is its stock form from the factory. So yeah, Julio was really smart in doing the gloss black to match the handlebars. Here is a BMC Corbin custom seat that he put on the bike. I just put one of these on my personal bike. Pretty happy with it so far. They've got really good lower lumbar area support on these seats to really keep you planted in the seat. Or if you like to stand up on your seat when you do wheelies, it'll do that just fine too. Here's a close-up shot of the Two Brothers racing exhaust he put on. It's a 2-in-1 exhaust pipe. Sounds real good. And here is the Custom 1 cam timer cover. He did the Screaming Eagle spark plug wires, kind of a nice little touch. The rear turn signals are custom dynamics. They're an LED part, so they're real bright. He also did a swing arm side mount license plate. Kind of a cool custom look, so it doesn't jut out the side so far in its stock form. So Custom 1 derby cover there, Defiance Collection foot pegs and shifter peg. There's another shot of the Screaming Eagle spark plug wires there. The brackets to mount the fairing to the bars, or to the upper fork, excuse me, are Bunking as well. I'll be putting a link in the description of the video to some of these parts. So if you guys have questions on the riser and the brackets to make the fairing fit this bike, check the description. I'll have links to those parts. So here's a shot again of the LCD screen. Once again, really clean. It's all uniform because he black powder coated the LCD screen housing to make it match the bars. You can see the cables here. It's like a black diamond clutch and brake cable. And I'm sitting on the seat now. One of the questions I got asked a lot on my last build I did like this was, people said, well, you can't see the LCD screen anymore because they're too tall. So, you know, that last shot was kind of an angle of me sitting on the bike, and granted I am taller than most people, but you could see the LCD screen just fine on this build. These are genuine Harley-Davidson clamps. You can get them at any Harley dealer. It's a key component to make these Bunking brackets make this fairing fit the Street Bob here. So you need the fairing, genuine Harley, the brackets are Bunking, once again look in the description, and then the clamps. We've done a lot of these. If you're interested in customizing your bike like this, please hit us up at Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. We're more than happy to do this type of a fairing on your Lowrider or Street Bob 2018. And here's kind of another overview shot. You can see the grips and the mirrors. And yeah, this turned out to be one of the nicest 2018 Street Bobs I've seen thus far. bike is pretty badass. I had a ton of fun riding it this day. If I was able to, I didn't have a second bike, I'd probably pick one of these up. The Stage 2 just delivers a lot of real low-end torque, and so this thing is just an acceleration monster. You know, that combined with the exhaust system, and you know, it's just a great sounding bike. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about the Softail frame as well. You can just ride these 2018 Softails so much harder than the old Dynas. So yeah, this is just a great all-around bike. Braking's good, suspension is a lot better out on the freeway, and just the power to weight ratio with the Milwaukee 8107 is just a lot of fun on these really light, nimble bikes. Just going into turns, riding through turns faster was a lot easier on this chassis than it was on especially the old Softails, but the old Dynas as well. So yeah, just a great bike to do this type of build on. I know a lot of guys that buy these bikes like to ride Harleys really hard, and you know, this is the bike to do it on. These new Softails, they allow you to ride these Harleys a lot harder than Harleys have been able to be ridden in the past. So yeah, I was a really big fan. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments below. And if you're looking for a Street Bob or this type of a build, hit me up at Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson. Thanks, guys.